clouds. We've had that rainy feel all day, and looking out down Canal Street at least looks okay. Cars making their way all right over there. So it really just depends. Those spots that tend to fill up likely did earlier this afternoon. Hopefully those levels coming down, but there is still a flash flood warning until 7:30 for the middle of that flash flood warned area. Also, I'm happy to see finally the breaking up of what was, it seemed like for hours, just a huge blob of red right over New Orleans and the West Bank and Jefferson Parish and into St. Bernard. Now we still have some heavy rain, but it's changing location, and I'm happy to see there's less of it overall. Looking a little closer, we still have rain around New Orleans east, and you can see over into parts of St. Bernard. Eastern side of New Orleans still getting some rain, but again, it does appear to now finally be breaking up. Maybe has moved past the point, of course, where it was heaviest earlier. And also around Kenner, we had big thunderstorms right over the airport. That has wrapped up at this point too. Now, if you're north of the lake, we've also seen some rain moving up. So around the Twin Span, still rain into Slidell. Thankfully, though, north of the lake, it's mostly been lighter, so you may be getting possibly just the kind of rain you want in some locations. A nice shower, because we did have 2 full weeks where we normally get a decent amount of rain this point in April, but it has been dry. So we were expecting rain today, but these totals are a little bit too much. Downtown over 5 inches, the airport over 4.3 inches of rain at Kenner, and then some spots, especially farther north and right along the coast, very little rain at all. And I was showing you some of those New Orleans city locations that have the recording sites. Easy to check in on those and see that we got 4 to almost 6 inches of rain across parts of New Orleans. Also, we have a couple of things fueling all of these downpours. First of all, we have a front out to our northwest that has not been moving, a boundary right along the south shore, and also lots of moisture with this southerly flow. So that's been just pumping in the atmospheric moisture, and that's what these storms have been tapping into. Precision Cast and most of our models, including our high resolution model, did not do a good job with this system. In fact, by 8 p.m. it still has a little bit of rain, but I do think the trend overall will be less rain heading into tonight. I kept a 30% rain chance overnight. 7 a.m. tomorrow, it may be like today, a cloudy, gray, muggy start with a couple showers, but tomorrow afternoon we may see another flare up of some showers and storms, some heavier downpours possible tomorrow. And then even Wednesday, I have a 40% chance for rain, although the rain chance will be coming down and then coming down even further heading toward Thursday and into the weekend. Very convenient for Zurich Classic and Jazz Fest. Tonight, temperatures will be in the 60s, not moving all that much from where they are right now. And tomorrow, high temperatures may just barely get to 79 or 80 with the clouds and with that scattered rain we're expecting. But our upper pattern is showing as we get toward the end of the week that high pressure beginning to build in. So this is for the weekend and into next week. It does look like there will be less rain, and then we will be heating up. So our forecast for the next several days, Thursday we dropped the rain chance to 20%, not ruling out an isolated shower. In fact, the European model has more like a 30 or 40% chance. The GFS has it dry, so we'll say a 20% chance. Friday and Saturday models are also hinting at just maybe a couple of showers, but look at this, mid to upper 80s into this weekend and a slight chance of rain. That'll be a very close to summer-like kind of feel. And early next week, same thing, maybe 86s and 87s for the high. The average high this point in the year, 80 degrees. So we'll be around there tomorrow. But other than that, once we start to see that rain chance diminish, starting Wednesday, but more so Thursday and Friday, that will allow our temperatures to get higher into the middle to upper 80s, and heat indices feeling even hotter because of the mugginess that unfortunately doesn't appear to be going anywhere.